that this has taken the wrong turn in fermentation. Fermentation is very touchy. It has to be a controlled environment, controlled temperature, controlled flavors, and you still have to operate cleanly, sanitarily, in the same way that a chef would operate, right? So when you're making stuff with pineapple, oh my God, tepache is like my favorite thing. I love tropical fruits, and you can make tepache. Traditionally is made from pineapples. You take the skins and the flesh, and you water and sugar on top, and you ferment it in the same way we make natural ginger beer, or the same way we make kombucha, the same way we make kefir. So these are all things that are fermented beverages, but what we have in common, similar to how we make alcohol, sugar, yeast and bacteria equals fermented product. You cannot have a fermented product without sugar. You cannot have a fermented product without liquid, which would be water or tea or something else, and you cannot have a fermented product without a starter, whether it's yeast or acetic bacteria, lactic bacteria, whatever it might be. So I think you should research the word tepache, T-E-P-A-C-H-E, and you can use that as sort of like a template for how you would use up some of the pineapples to make fermented beverage. You can use the same with mango, the same with bananas, the same with ginger. You can use it for anything.
Una de las cosas que le di fue tepache. Y eso es sencillamente la cáscara de la piña que se va a fermentar. Y es un producto que se ve mucho en la región con otros nombres. En Cuba se llama chichapera, perapiña, perdón. En Cuba, en parte americana dicen perapiña, nosotros decimos carapiña. Y aquí hay una cosa que se llama chicharro. Ese es fermentado. Es eso mismo. O sea, es fuma fermentada que descontrolar que es una cosa que está mal. Pero es un ejemplo para que te den por la piña.
Por lo menos en la parte de los bitters era recomendable, porque ya sabemos el uso de la piña en este caso es otro.
Lo puedes hacer, pero también tienes que tener en cuenta una cosa: cuando tú subes el contenido alcohólico de algo, al momento mata la levadura. Entonces el proceso de fermentación para. ¿Okay?
Si estamos hablando de utilizar alcohol del 40%, un espirituoso neutro, ahí vas a parar automáticamente la fermentación. Pero vas a tener esos sabores que creaste en el proceso de fermentación.
Pero si hago el proceso de fermentación previo a la inclusión en el...
Si te cada ingrediente de lo que cada ingrediente individual y después lo tiras, todo va a ser el bitter. O sea, el bitter va a tener una carga aromática totalmente diferente a lo fresco.
Absolutamente, porque la levadura está liberando su propio perfil de aromas y sabores que se ha reflejado en esa fermentación que están haciendo. Es así.
I will say that World Class, we've developed a program called Heat of the Moment as part of our education platform. Paulo, myself, Rafael, we can get all the information if you would like to learn more about fermentation and about caring for individual ingredients to make things that are not bitters. It's quite easy to get you the information.
We'll get into Heat of the Moment in a couple of minutes.
Okay, fantastic. Good, really great questions though. Let's do one more question and then we're going to split into groups and take a break because I need a coffee. I've only had 6 today.
Quickly.
No way.
Okay, you just talk about the amount of... Okay, en español.
No, you don't have to. You can remember.
No, y si se me quedó
Dile en inglés.
English? Okay, English. You just talk about the correct amount that you suggest for each type of ingredients, okay? But when you talk about these quantities, what will be the alcohol ratio that you recommend in this case? Is 1 liter, 200 ml?
Los ratios de alcohol quieren 4-1.
Yeah, no. So we are basing that on like 500 mils
Form.
of liquid because if you imagine you're going to make 1 liter of finished product, you need to make 1.5 liters of product because the bitters, or sorry, the botanicals absorb the liquid and also the alcohol dissipates. We know this from angel share. It evaporates. So what I would suggest, the numbers that I gave you, you have a very large jar and we're only putting 400 mils. That said, The 400 mils gets you started. If you go back to your bar and you add in another 400 mils of Kettle One, or you want to add in another 400 mils of Johnny Walker Black, or of Gold Reserve, or Tanqueray, or something else that you think could match the flavor profile, then please do so, because the ingredient measurements I gave you is for 500 mils of finished liquid, which we end up putting in between 600 and 800 mils, depending on the temperature, and it's bloody hot here. So you're probably going to have to put in about 700 to 800 mils altogether to get 500. Okay, so let's call it 400 here, and then you're going to go back to your bar and add in another 400 of something else. And then make sure you write down your recipe of exactly what you did. Because if you made something so exceptional and you didn't keep the recipe, oh, you'll be so upset. I'll be so upset. Okay, one more question and then...
La pregunta de Ángel Chocano, ya va la pregunta de Ángel
Unless
Chocano.
that's it.
Pregunta.
Oh, we have one more.
Otra vez.
Pregunta.
Curiosidad que hace poco el destacado bartender Mario Beck y Tony Pescatore sacó el Electric Bitters, y nosotros tenemos la oportunidad aquí en Panamá de disfrutar esta flor eléctrica. Entonces me gustaría saber, según las cantidades en porcentajes o de gramos que dividiste en la mesa, en cuál se ubica esta flor eléctrica para poder realizar o el bitter o la tintura para mezclar.
No, el electric flower.
Gracias.
Pero tiene que deshidratarla primero, igual.
Pero le trae que cigarro.
That product is called a Szechuan button, and it's not on the table. Yeah, no, that's okay. But it would be like somewhere not on this table. What I prefer instead of Szechuan button is I prefer Szechuan pepper. Szechuan peppercorn is one of the 5 spices in Chinese 5 spice and gives a really incredible, weird, mouth-numbing effect.
Búscame electric flower.
It's the way it's used in Chinese cooking gives it that really incredible mouthfeel. And so I would say Szechuan peppercorn is legal, it's awesome, comes from the same plant, and it's less demented than the Szechuan button.
Szechuan.
Don't use the Szechuan button. And if you do, don't tell me.
No conoce.
But you can use chamomile, looks the same.
Flor eléctrica.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to take a break. Apparently, magically, food appeared just behind you. So what we're going to do quickly, though, let's have group number 1, just so we don't run out of time. We're going to take 15 minutes.
No, ya sé cuál es, ya sé.
You can leave your books,
Es
leave
una
everything
pimienta.
there, or if you need them to write down names of things. I just want you to come up and go on both sides of the table, smell and taste things. We're not going to measure anything. Okay, we're just going to taste and we're going to smell.
Explain the second group, otherwise you're going to mix up.
The second group on the left, this group, is everybody still here? No, they all left. Mr. Passion Fruit, where are you? Okay, this group number 2, Senior Passion Fruit. The group number 2, take 15 minutes to have something to eat, have a coffee, but write down what botanicals you want to put into your bitters. Okay, and then when we switch, you come up and taste things, okay? Bueno? Capiche? Capiche. Capiche, okay. Yes.
Ok, ya va, señores, denme un segundito para que saquen esta foto y le expliquen después. Ya va.
Sí.
No.
Sí.
No. Ok. Foto, muchachos, foto.
En serio.